it does help to unmute first. But hello, what is up, everyone? Welcome to some more Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on my day off of work. Yeah. So this time, I am for certain just going to finish episode 3. That's it. Okay. That way, if I have to take like a 2-week break from this series, I'm just like, oh man, no, it's not. Oh man, we're gonna wait forever to figure out who murdered Mr. Mason. But no, we're gonna figure out who murdered Mr. Mason today. Also, thank you, Absolute Anonymous, for the 1 bit. Much appreciated. And also, you remember that joke I made? Remember the joke when I made the SpongeBob reference? Because, Renosuke was saying something about how if you turn the M upside down to the W, that's kind of what inspired the whole title of the stream. The knife was set to M for murder. And I even tweeted about it earlier. I was like, I see the problem with the weapon. It was set to M for murder instead of W for Wumbo. Anyways, so yeah, that's the whole stupid thing about it. As I should say, yeah, I'm typing earlier today because I forgot that I like to watch The Masked Singer with my parents. So while they're at work, I'm gonna stream, because I get a day off, okay? Again, thank you to the Jewish people for having holidays. I forgot what holiday is today. I'm sorry to the Jewish people that I don't remember what your holiday was today, but if you are Jewish, make sure to celebrate it to your fullest potential, because that's what cool people do. Also, I'll be right back. Hold on just a second. I'm just muting the mic. Actually, I'll switch to the BME screen world. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to light my candle, which I totally forgot to do before stream. It keeps me nice and warm, and I feel more homely with it. I bought a candle like a week ago, and I've been liking it for a minute. Mainly decided that I use it because candles are cool. Okay, you can't judge otherwise for candles. So, anyways, I think it's about time that we switch over to the gameplay, which I totally forgot to, switch the screen back to. Yep. Nope, definitely. Professional streamer! Also, I'd like to mention that there is now, sound alerts that you can play if you want, They should be working, I believe. And let me test one out here. I'll test one out real quick by just, quickly redeeming one. I'll redeem the cheapest one. Is it working? It is working. There we go. So yeah, sound alerts should be working. So yeah. Let's just get into the game. Continue! Yeah. What the witnesses really saw. That's where we left off. What did they truly see? There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters. I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both the attacker's hands with blood on them. Did I actually see anything myself? No, until I heard that scream. Anyways, the fact remains, there can't be anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen. Well, lo and behold, in truth of the fact, not one of you was a witness to the actual crucial moment of the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. Then why is only one glove covered in blood? That much incriminating evidence is too numerous to say we saw the man do it. That's really not what testimony is about. Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's flesh blood is certainly visible on the seat, in corroboration with the witness's accounts. In other words, there is no substantial or significant change in the facts of the case. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord. What the witnesses really saw.
Hold it!
Hold it! No, the evidence tells us otherwise. We have the gloves the defendant was wearing on the night in question in court records. I'm well aware of that, sir, but nonetheless, I know what I saw and I stand by it. The man had blood on both of his hands. He's fine, even in the hands of the face of hard evidence. He's utterly refusing to admit that he might be mistaken about what he saw. But why? Because obviously he's the murderer. The other two are just has to stand next to the murderer, so your reasoning is dire. What do you expect from me? Bruh! I've only been studying to be a lawyer for 40 days! One hand or two, the salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped from the accursed fingers. But getting the details right is very important! However, I suppose you might say I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
Hold it!
It doesn't matter! Don't try to downplay this! Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance, as well as you know. But we're crying out loud. We all know that no one else could have possibly have done it. Are you absolutely sure? I just try to save us all some time. You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant, do you not? Had you hoped to realize yourself from the financial burden that's ensuring your defendant would be found guilty? That's not entirely not what I was hoping for. I just lost the guinea or 10 when I was back in the wrong horse in the derby. That's all. So you're a gambling addict. I get it. You're a gambling addict. I shouldn't downplay gambling addiction. If you are addicted, please seek help. Hold on, I have to do something. Real quick. There we go. Things are back to normal. I think, hopefully, sort of. Nope, not right now, because I accidentally let go chat. Sorry, guys. Couldn't see you guys there for a second. Little guinea or 10. I'm a banker. No one bats an eye for if I borrow a little spending money for the weekend. I mean, what you do is why you have why you had to take the loan. I don't give a shit. I'm just here to prove my client as not guilty. Okay, not innocent, but you know. And obviously, Ken is not an honest man. But you know, I don't give a shit what you do on the weekends. I think you may have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir. This witness scoundrels are not on trial here. Yeah, that's a later date. Proceed to the next witness. Is that really how it's supposed to work? Yep! I remember seeing the knife, and when I remember seeing Buster's attacker's pants with blood on them.
Hold it!
You definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands. Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGill's gloves have any sign of blood on it. That's right. So how do we explain what they saw versus what we see? The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McGilligan sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir. He wasn't wearing these gloves? Whose gloves are they? That's correct, sir. And I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly. It's true that the dark colored stain on the leather gloves wouldn't be easily seen. I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question reported that there was no trace of blood on trace of blood on Mr. Gallagher's gloved hand. There wasn't any blood on his hand. This is puzzling indeed. It truly is, Your Honor. My Lord. Sorry, I'm stuck in the Ace Attorney mode where I have to call him Honor. I mean, the Phoenix, right? This must be significant somehow. I'm sure of it. I didn't actually see anything myself until I heard that scream.
Hold it!
You didn't see anything. Oh, yes, sir. That's to say, no, sir. I did it. Very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry, yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories to say that I saw him stab the man. Wouldn't you agree, sir? Which sir are you looking at? I know what you're insinuating, but I certainly wasn't making up stories. Still, to say that you saw nothing isn't right either, is it? No, sir. I saw nothing at all. Mr. Beppo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you must have enjoyed the good view of London Street, no? Yep! You can definitely tell we only just arrived here. Anyone else gonna be like, you're ridiculous, Rinosuke? Oh, please. You didn't even see that? Is Bippa blind? It was so cold that night, you see. All I could do was keep from passing out, sir. Yes, my head was fairly frozen solid. Sorry, say, sir. It would seem the president is to avoid travel on the last omnibus service on London's cold winter nights. Bad ball! Chair number 5, please. You can yell at him and fire him after the trial. We need to make a man not guilty here. Ah! Anyways, the fact remains that there can't be anyone else inside that in that carriage, or we all would have seen.
Hold it!
And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight of the roof of the omnibus. That's right. It was fiercely cold last night, but the glass wasn't frosted over. Oh yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter. Which is rather begs the question why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin. Oh, why not? It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one would open the door. It was locked? Interesting. That's right. And as a public bus service, for pity's sake, which is not what I call a fair play. It's a pun. Get it? Cause he's Mr. Fair Play. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. No one tell random that I would laugh at a pun. Okay? Please. Yes, I had the exact same experience. I tried knocking, but the gentleman inside just gestured at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up on the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below. Well, I can assure you that I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring long and hard. Stare. That's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else inside that cabin, I would have noticed. Well, I would say. I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? Well, let's look at it again. Nope, this is the way I need it. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. It really isn't. do this route. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. Oh no, the music stopped. I think I just chose the right choice decision. You were riding this omnibus. And the witness the events in the cabin to the skylight and the floor on the upper deck. Is that right? That's right, yes. In that case, there's a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight for you. What? By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied. At the time of the incident, there's been no way another passenger inside the enclosed cabin. There could have been another passenger in the closed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Enough the hypothetical meanings, my nepotist friend. I have a name! The prosecution demands that you submit your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh. Very well, I uphold the prosecution's demand. Okay. Okay, so assuming... Okay, can you guys see my cursor? Okay, so assume they were both sitting here. Okay, let's assume that. Okay, I think it's safe to assume that they were both sitting here, on this deck here, so that they could see inside. But if you can obviously see it, they could see probably here, but they couldn't see here.
Take that!
Both rows of seat on the roof. Both rows on the seat on the roof face in the direction of travel. Both of these seats are enclosed the cabin, but where's the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin which the passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight is what I've drawn here. Ah! That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite of one which the victim and his attacker were sitting were skewed from the view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses could have been completely unaware of that. Okay. I know I am the defense and everything, and I should be. But we're forgetting about one certain witness here. Beppo. Beppo, the driver. Yeah!
Objection!
It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You nippletons have forbidden habits of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I concur with the prosecution's conjecture. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjure. That is, unless you're able to put the names of the mysterious passenger whom to you allude. Wait. Wait. I came into this with two things. A possible who and a possible why, but not a possible how. I came in with thinking that it could be Mr. Fairplay because he owed money to Mr. Gallagher. But maybe then, maybe he accidentally stirred the guy, but whatever. Can you, Mr. Naruto? I honestly don't know. Who could have it been? Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? This is gonna be a hunch. I have an inkling. I understand, my lord. The defense would like to put forward a name. You're a fool. You are a fool. I've only been studying law for 40 days, bitch. The response was a desperate attempt by a man who had no notion of his own limitations. A toast to the hard lessons not yet learned. You won't dare me in my foolishness! I've only been studying law for 40 days, bitch! Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... Can I go back? I can't go back. This is gonna be a foolish idea, but Mr. Fairplay, I think you're lying.
Take that!
Yes. Conceiving in the blind spot of the cabin that night was none other than this unexpected passenger. Whatever so-called logic. If whatsoever so-called logic you used to arrive at that conclusion, it matters not. Because your answer had made one thing abundantly clear. Is that I'm a fool? Yes, I know. The real blind spot inside your head. And it would appear to be unusually large. You could have just said that it was not right. But it was a real good burn. Mr. Naruto, our task here is to suspend Mr. Gilligan. And we are working on the assumption that he is innocent of this crime. Yes, of course. Why? That must mean when there was someone else inside the omnibus when Mr. Gilligan is the culprit. That's right. Exactly what I've been. Oh! Of course! So the two people sitting inside the cabin of the witness saw through the skylight that night. They were the victim and the real culprit. It does seem as though we have all been making a false assumption. The witnesses weren't looking at Mr. Gilligan at all, meaning he has to be sitting somewhere else. Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting to turn this trial forever. Around. That night, the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus that the scared front of you was. Again, this might be don't know, laddie. Or lass, or... shit, sorry, I'm... He must have been sitting across from him, and someone else was the man who stabbed him. Wait, did Mr. Mason just kill himself? Is that...
Take that!
The passenger enclosed in the cabin that the witness on the roof deck failed to see had to been Mr. Magnus McGill. Mr. Gilligan? What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant! Trust me, I know where I'm going with this, Your Honor. My lord.
Objection!
If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollow chalice, do forgive the discrepancy. Lord Von Sheep. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see that they use their terms ill-advisedly. What are you trying to say? Speak English to me! Let me explain in terms that even a student of the artless backwater such as yourself may understand. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and the assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have asserted to that fact, which is very premise of which the case is built.
Objection!
But that's on that premise may be wrong. What? If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. Gallagher, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way. What inconsistency, counsel? The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yet we know this truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains. Just 1 second, I need to go offline in Steam. I forgot to do that so that we're not bombarded with people playing games. So. In the face of irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimony remains unchanged. Exactly. They are both admittably swear that they could clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailants. In short, their memories of the event is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was someone else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood on the passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection!
Who was it? This third party. Obviously, the true culprit. Oh, I thought we were gonna be like, I have no idea. the extraordinary. Order! What exactly are you proslating?
Objection!
The defense proslation is just that. Nothing more of conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection!
But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats. I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Yes. The tops of their heads were both obscured by the roof, and I could see the rest of them though. Hunters do tend to notice such things, sir. And what were the particular styles of the hats that the two gentlemen wear, Mr. Frost? Of course. I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter. He's an apprentice hatter, Renosuke. Don't forget that. The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin. How can you be sure? Because if there has been, the accused Mr. Gilligan would have been undoubtedly offered to dispose the fact. Unless, that is, you're proposing even more potential explanation. That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin which he trapped. Ah! Mr. Gilligan, can you help us clear some things up? I don't know shit about this case. I just kind of came in to test try to become an actual lawyer so that I don't have to go back to Japan, and then I could, do what my friend wanted, because he did know, and his soul is right here at the sword! He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. Gilligan would have been unaware of it. It's inconceivable that Mr. Gilligan would have been unaware of it. Order! There's clearly a simple solution to this problem. Being the accused Mr. Gilligan, bring the accused Mr. Gilligan to stand? Well, what do you say, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. On what ground? As the suspect, he will have already made a full statement. He will already have made a full statement to the police. But what if there's some reason he would be unable to speak freely? Magnus Gilligan is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you can't be sure it will have been most deliberated act. Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion? My lord, we ask Mr. Gilligan to testify or not? I demand his testimony! Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. Damn it, everyone else, okay. The defense would like to call Mr. Gilligan to the stand. In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Ah, yes, I still need a little time to consider this. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. Gilligan has to say. Get the man out here, I say! It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony. When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild. Hearing what the parting of my little favorite podcast say. Oh yes, that would be lovely. Oh yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well then, the court will hear from the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. Now, maybe what actually happened will finally become clear. Let the proceedings resume. Oh, that must be, this is the start of part 3 of the trial. It's fine. Mr. Gilligan, have you been listening to the discourse of the day? To be sure I have, my lord! There's now 2 matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin proposed by the defense. The second is that such a person if indeed was present, why did you conceal that fact from the police? Oh, Fergus, no, 'tis not my nature to hide anything at all. Just answer the questions, please. The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. I do tell you all to keep me mouth shut, or I tell you all to keep me mouth shut. Tell us what, Mr. Miguel? The fine fellow representing me is absolutely right. And the kids were naturally with me and my younger man. There was another passion. That's true? Aye, it was me who helped the little urchin get away with it all after it all happened. Why the hell did you take the blame for it? You... What?! No! Magnus Galantis, the convenient excuse can't save you now. Actually, sorry, I'm a Lord Vanchik. I sure you would all be waiting to know why I must nothing say when I was taken by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you. Which was... Well, the little child was just at the wrong time, at the wrong place. Not anyway involved, you see. God damn it, that's a fine thing! Being at the wrong place at the wrong time! God damn you! I'm the king of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, considering the man representing you has been accused of murder twice. What? It was a child? If the police had known the wee one was there, they would have assumed she done it. They would hold her into her ear in this courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. And who was this young child of whom you speak? That I don't know. You don't know? Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. Never saw her before or since.
Objection!
But we have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be discarded by the court. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings. What? Bang! Ah! Mo! Yeah! Fire! There's a fire! Look! Someone's trying to get my head out in them things! I can't see it! What's going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto! Cover your face! Ballad! Don't let the excuse escape! Secure the omnibus! I hereby call an emergency recess! Ballad! Ensure the defendant is in custody and clear of the courtroom! We are hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. And amidst the scene of the chaos, people stumbled over one another in their desperation to leave the chamber. We had no idea what is happening. All we knew is that for the time being, at least, the trial was suspended. Okay, so now it's the... Yeah, we're gonna save right now. Alright. Back to the court. 18th February, 12:52 the Old Bailey, defendant, actor chamber. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruto! I managed to find out what happened. Miss Sato! I was told there was an advanced form of smoke grenade. The type of explosive device that releases smoke. Yep. Good explanation there. A smoke grenade? It sounded like that sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. We're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who could have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl from 15, I hear. God damn it! Why is he always the accused of some 15-year-old? The killer of some... Why are 15-year-olds murdering all the time? A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. Gilligan was talking about? My thoughts exactly. That he wasn't lying. Oh! What becomes of Mr. Gilligan, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's chamber to answer questions. Along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? What was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and what possible benefit to herself? It's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Bippo. Either Bippo was lying to us or everyone else was lying to us. Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night as the fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pennies exactly. But now it seems that there are in fact 5 passengers, which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say. But it could alter the whole direction of this trial. Sato, please. I had to deal with Miss Brett before, who tried to accuse me of murder, This is different. This is the first time I'm not accused of murder, Miss Sato. Well, we'll know soon enough, Miss Sato. Yes! 18th February, 1 p.m., the Old Bailey. There's the young girl next to Mr. Gilligan. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. Well, after that rather eventful resource, the court will now resume the trial of Miss Magnus E. Gilligan. Now then, Lord Vanchi, my lord, I believe you have established the case of smoke which failed the proceedings earlier. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, the sort of typically employed by the army. Good gracious! The army? What in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced the pandemonium here in my courtroom? Wait, blonde hair? 15? Oh, please don't tell me that's Nicolette. What's the meaning of this deliberate behavior? If I may, my lord. Yes, Mr. Gilligan? And think we ought... I thought I ought an explanation here. Why is that we left here in the first place? Why did you try to bolt like that? It's all tied up with the events of last night, so... Very well, Mr. Gilligan, give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in this case. What happened that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat of the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Oh, beholden then! A loud thud and a wee scream woke me from with a first start. Then there was the fellow collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up in the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out that there was a scream that had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, heading her wee self away. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question. This young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus, is that correct? Exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the fifth passenger, my lord. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I had no idea where to start.
Hold it!
And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There was not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either. So Mr. Gilligan was the first on the omnibus. You were the first passenger, as it were, I see. Aye, and that's why I took the back seat as I did. It's the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means. This is how you already described it out earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which you saw the poor gentleman who was stabbed sitting there. Like I said, it's the most comfortable and where I felt the most at ease. And of course, I enjoyed the gazing through the skylight from the time as well. She is kind of quiet. Then both good, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me with the first state.
Hold it!
A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that was right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well, now you remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't say it. And when the sun woke me, I opened my eyes, and there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage, but the fellow on the floor. You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream. Ah, from the seat above it, on the roof deck, I presume. Not above me, my lord, but from the inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. There was a fellow collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sent him up in the seat across from me.
Hold it!
You sat him up? The victim, you mean? As I did. On the seat across from me, as I said, I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave the dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? Yes! I would? Tis common courtesy, so it is. No, it's not! You leave the dead man where he is! I find that a little hard to believe. Now why would that be? You wake to find a man laying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cab, man. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well, now, as you know, I am sort of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them. Some would see me as dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself entangled with trouble. Are you suggesting that you're going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no, I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only I had a mind to find out why and where's before first. The whys and wherefores. Right, you are. There are some details I want to understand before anyone else got immediately. That we scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't you go on yourself to do the same? Yes, the scream he said he heard at the same time as the sound of the victim collapsing. Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from, and bless my souls, what did I find? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. No. So I did, sir, so I did. As far as I can see, that's it. What do you mean by that? Well, now, 'tis the tingling, the wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you don't excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Good gracious! Under your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I've been sitting, I found there was a wee cubby hole for the storage. So I don't know. We can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Oh, yes, of course. The whole boat was submitted as evidence. Hi, do I have to look at it again? I already looked at this. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Pantique has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? This seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. Only just wide enough for two gentlemen to sit side by side, really. Of course, and an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here. A woman in the kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Man, these pockets, man. The seat has a handle, it seems. This is storage component, but there's nothing in here, so it's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger. Oh! There used to be stuff in there! We'll just... See? It's a W! See? Now we have it's set to W. It's set to W for Wumbo. And hold on, I want to make it an M now for you guys. There you go, it's an M now. Now it's set to M for murder. would be a very good time to have her look around inside. And that's when I found her. There was a child girl curled up in a ball, hiding herself a wee away. You said that she was hiding herself. Aye, that's right. It's hard to see it in the den and lighting, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. And then our minds that, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. Ugh, you're really overreacting this. Still, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her. The seat opposite. That's right, just next to the den gentleman there. You said the young girl next to a corpse. You said this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can't be too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to first find out who this urge is, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fellow's voice this time. Presumably that scream was Mr. Falk, who was sitting on the rooftop deck. Right to you again, I would say. There, looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and gentleman with a knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not in fact see you at all, Mr. Gilligan. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact the girl in the late mist. Yourself and the victim, in fact, was this girl in the late mist. Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage at the sight. It is certainly possible. Alright, where is our objection? The defendant is somewhat in a demusive stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl. After that, of course. With the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you, I heard enough. The events, as explained, are clear in my mind. However, I'll leave one conundrum. Who is this girl? Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a changer. Earns her trust among the large crowds, revealing her peoples of their person. What's commonly called a pickpocket. What? This girl here, a petty thief? She just kind of looked like someone who would be a thief. Order! It's the true Miss Lestrade. Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Ah! How dare you? What is the meaning of this? Ah! The girl, she's gone. Open your eyes. I'm over here. Oh, good gracious, how? What was the point in that little sidestep? I know what y'all's thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipping up and got caught on the job. She's got herself back into a corner, so she gnashed the gent. Go on, that's what's in your head, ain't? Nope, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not case. Look, not for cowards, only thugs with weapons like that. All I need is for watches to do these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? It might not be in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. And what I do? Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs. Oh, yeah, that was a bad guy. I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheel drag. It's nice, ain't it? I like pink best. Ah! Don't wave that thing in my direction again. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus in the night in question. It's alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now. Alright, yeah. It was just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lester, as a valid and significant witness in this case. According to you, young lady, we will now hear for your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus that night in question. Alright, if I have to. So I snuck inside the carriage before they locked up the horses. Just like they said. Oh my gosh, she's like Armstrong, but doesn't pronounce her Asian. But it was right the whole time. I got nothing to show for my troubles that night. I tell ya, I can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I heard a loud bang, nearly jumped on me skin. And I did. And screamed came out. It's because it's that old swell around me. It did help get away, mind. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you let the street urchin go, Mr. Milligan. Oh, it's simplicity, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure as I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think it's a demonstration is called for. This is where I sat that night. And the cubby hole which you spoke of is underneath the seat. Objection, Your Honor! I have video proof that there was things in there before! You could just pull up last archive. Hey, but of course, the wee lassie stuck herself in there. Besides, I packed myself on the seat for consideration. Ah! But you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they would automatically assume she's done it. But I couldn't live with myself as a young lad was ruined all the time I knew she was innocent. Now you must have been realizing your actions would run results of your own innocence being called into question. Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in that my own heart that I was an innocent. So I thought it was worth taking out a punt on my own good name's sake for this less fortunate lass. My goodness! What a perfect gentleman. My lord! This final example of the man cannot possibly be a guilt of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for even doubting you, sir. Does that mean we win the trial? Oh wait, we still have one more. But calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Does that mean we win? Does this mean we win? Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consent in their leading to a verdict of not guilty. Mr. Naruto, this must mean... It must mean what? That we're victorious! That... We won? Are you sure? god. Oh my god. I think my heart melted. Oh god! He's so hot! This really is a continual example of what the one emotional law of British judicial practices. Whether evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion. The witness's life statement give us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think that Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring emotion? After the incident, the omnibus was completely apprehensive, searched of the officers by the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. I knew it! I fucking knew it! The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. Noted in black and white here, the police report. Good lord! The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. Gilligan's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from underneath the seat. What?! Guys, come on. It's clearly Gina. Order! How could such a devious constituent possibly happen in Eradicating Council? Naturally, we must acknowledge the dispensancy of the cathedral in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when it comes to the omnibus, was wheeled into the courtroom but this morning. The component was under the seat was not empty. Yeah, I know this one, Cheek. I examined it as soon as we got it into the court record. Well, my omnipotent friend, I have a name! Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtlessly you examined it to find details as any self-respecting practitioner of the law. I do that to all the evidence. I examine it thoroughly every time it comes into the court records. Pray, what did you find in the conditions of the under the seat compartment to be? It was bullshit. Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry, Mr. Gilligan, I have to go against my defendant here. Sorry? Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this all elaborate? This is all elaborate, but the desperate Lord Van Speak. I have to tell the truth here. I'm sorry. I know you're my client and all, and I want to be acknowledged as a lawyer, but I want to do this by the truth. I need to tell this for the truth, because that's what, there's like, puts hands on the sword. That's what my friend would have done. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment on the omnibus? I want to say we didn't look, but I know what that would be lying. Let's say we didn't look at first. Sorry, I'm a failure. I didn't look, but I couldn't lie and pretend that I had. Perhaps I credited you with too much intelligence. It seems, my lord, that this Eastern States is as unreliable as wine from the barrel. Mr. Natado, I was just seeing what the answer would happen if I didn't even look! No, well, no, it seems the argument is a the cubbyhole underneath the seat. It's empty as the double hut, so it is. Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? Because I purposely picked the wrong answer, Inosuke! I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. The department is assigned to hold house equipment used to maintain the smoothing and running of the carriage. The guild rules that the omnibus should properly and fully equipped at all times. So certainly it wouldn't have been empty on the night in the question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. Money-lending fierce has and the pig person are lying. Bah! I kind of want to go back to... Is it Naruto? Oh, shoot. Okay, whatever. We'll just have to go with this. Ah! I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The thinking rich are always thinking rich. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick! Of course it's all a trick. Quite so. I must take care here. Well, the scales are balanced again. Calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives completely at the truth every time. Yes, but every time is different truth. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. I haven't even cross-examined? Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial has just shifted, and almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. He's so hot. So I snuck inside the carriage before they looked up. They looked up on the horses, just as always. So you were already in the omnibus before you even set it off on its run. Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bobs, eh? That's Rump's idea, ain't it? Ain't it? Tuesday, ain't it? I suppose she means there's no point in spending money to make money. Actually, it makes sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a pity thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her intended. Well, that does clear up a little mystery of the past and all. I guess that would make sense. Hot pickers that she would just sneak onto the bus. While paying passengers at 5 pennies a piece, making his money, which is the cabman testified. And one that tells the scapegoat thread and experience. Direct talk on the driver always goes to the first scrub before it starts running, see? So that's when I slipped into the carriage and got to keep myself under the seat. Nice to say, it ain't easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, you know? Yeah, there's buses and buckets and whatnot in them, sure. I always tuck them out and crammed them in a corner somewhere. No one ever seemed to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such a paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide underneath. That's all I can tell you. I think there are reaching the end of the line of things here. Continue. But it was right on a waste of time. I got nothing to show for my troubles.
Hold it!
A waste of time. Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on my own for the God payments at the least of some of the time. I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit? Oh yeah, well that's what my kind call it. You'd say omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage got no one in for a while. And that's when you came out of your hiding place and get away. That's it. Only that night. That coat was on the seat from the start. And it didn't even budge the whole way, did he? Not an inch. I was totally stuck. You mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage during the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while the events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah. Right, mister? To be sure. Yeah, sure. I was still as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the question that you've been on your seat to find the child now, do you? So this is his last race. Couldn't possibly be in culprit time. Objection, Renosuke! Objection! I'll tell ya, I can't see a blind thing in the hand list. There was pitch in that.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out of the cabin at all? Not a job. Most days I push the cushion up with me that with me hands and look at the crack. But then I have a button just I'm gonna fit. I thought you were a pickpocket. I mean, I can't have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, you see? Most of the time, the passengers send stuff from the opposite. But for some reason, that night, the Irishman spent the whole journey right over my head. For that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion to get out. Bruce said, I ain't too happy as a small dark place. Feels too must be enthroned in a thing. But it's the only place to hide in the carriages, so it's the awesome choice. That's just start to take. Stick to picking in people's pockets in the open then. I said there's some reason it's not letting on. And judging her for being here. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to stick it out under there. Nothing else said, but after a while, I heard a little bang, nearly jumped under my skin. I did, and the scream came out. Because of that.
Hold it!
And when Mr. Gilligan discovered you, he pulled you from your hiding place. As if I was. He dragged me out and sat me down in his seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his gut. He is still bleeding. Harriet lifted it and ended up falling onto him. How awful. Both me hands got covered in blood and it made me feel sick like a dog. So zip her hand in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger said. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. Gilligan for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to on that. But I heard enough from above past someone screamed. Yes, Mr. Wilson, the rooftop deck at 1.2. Well, I didn't want no one to see my face, so I didn't look up. And then the horses were drawn up for the march for the Irishman said to me. Get back on the seat. I'll tell you that you can get away later. All 6 members of the jury decided to defend him innocent. one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they're all still very unsure. If we could just find some consistent piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right, and I have this sneaking feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. I didn't even press the fifth statement.
Hold it!
When you said a low bang, did you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? I suppose. I don't remember it so well. The point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily? That's right. I felt the question over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. Could it be equally have been the moment he still stood in order to stab the victim, did it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at the crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up. The bloke Watts has fallen on the floor on the opposite. That matches Mr. Gilligan's, of course. But then the fellow suddenly turned around and looked right at me. I stuck back down again, but late by then. I should never have risked it looking. Ah, that's supposed to be very good. Okay.
No.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Mr. Gilligan? Oh, I do apologize. There was something the matter council. I'm just wondering if Miss Lester is less common. May something occur to you, perhaps? My Buck sister partners in crime. I know she's 15, but whatever. You seem to be thinking something yourself. Oh, no, it's nothing important. I'm feeling bad for the player who laughed, that's all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. But up in the dark, terrifying it was. I see, yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. That's not something you want to confess in one of your thought bubbles here, Renosuke. That's something I'll make fun of. I'll definitely have to remember that to make fun of you later. And I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much better as well. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe. Miss Lastry! Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could have heard was the Irishman's snoring. By jeepers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me my meatball boils, you little scamp. What a pity. Only if this last year heard something, it might have given us a vital clue. Yes. But we should make up that last statement. What should we make up last statement? It's probably important. My lord! I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important! But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is profoundly why it's the important which is the profoundly important point! I'm almost sure of it! I'm almost say I don't understand the inner workings of the Eastern Mind Council. Don't worry, I don't know the inner workings of my mind either. I've only been studying to be a lawyer for 40 days now. Miss Ganya Latterstrain, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last name, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me that all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do, and it won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Anyways, I can always give him. Yeah. When in doubt, insult the judge. Like, how many times have we offended the judge in the Phoenix Wright trilogy? Or the judge has been... I feel bad for the judges of these games, not gonna lie, sometimes. What's right? I don't even make use of what's going on. Well, give it on.
Hold it!
So you were training to hear what was happening the entire time. Since the moment you hid yourself. Not exactly, no. Sorry? Well, there was no one else in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a bunch to see what. But then when I saw this pelican on, I got my head down so you wouldn't notice. I must think I got something to see under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah! Would you add a mini of it, eh? What a bug! All I could do was listen. I'll wait and jump out of there as soon as I could hurt him and leave. See? But what if it's not likely? Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. I just had to stay put and listen to him an old dog who was. Is there any conclusions that we can draw from that? That doesn't add up. Miss Blatterday, what you just have told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. Ah! At odds? Are you sure, man? Are you a judge here, Lord? My lord? Absolutely. It seems my learned and omnipotent friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. I have a name! Thank you! The Von Cheeks realized it too. I didn't even realize it. What's going on? Counsel! I insist that you bolster your claims as evidence. Some impact or an implicated party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord! I expect you to demonstrate in this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lauderdale, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the snores of Mr. Gilligan snoring. Think for Nosuke, think! There's something else that she should have heard. Show a person. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On the particular sound Mr. Lawrence could not have failed to hear on the night of questioning. Take that! It would seem the phantoms are at work again. This time I met Prince friend's ears. I have a name! Wait. She said she heard nothing? But she was the first on the bus! That means she should have heard. Even if she heard, she should have heard the victim boarding! Yeah, he's right. That's last. Well then, counsel, according to the law today, was show person. Should have heard him boarding you. She's 17. I can't be that mean. Objection! Vice Lord Mason? Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lister cannot have failed to hear. The sound of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Louderstreet, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on the board of the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, wasn't that? The next person to board the omnibus was Mr. Gilligan. No, because the soul, not the soul in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So you were, all intents and purposes, alone on the enclosed cabin on the omnibus all that time. Did I not just say as such? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him getting on, remember? There's a crack under the seat cushion. He was out there for his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening and closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't I? Waiting for the swell leave. In which case, and then how did the victim end up in the carriage? Ah! We know that victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Louderstree's statements about what she did or did not hear is as odds with the facts. Ah! Yes, Miss Petty's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Von Cheek. Yes. He knew all the way too long that there was an inconsistency with Miss Lauderdale's statement. It would seem the words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. I have a name. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated the manner impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are completely unreliable. Her words are inconvenience, untruth, nothing more. Is that right? How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. What are you doing? Ha! She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to touch your little nick just with some other naughty ways. But I must say, I can't buy liars. Neither can I. Mr. Foreman! I didn't want to judge the girl just because she had some less than established ways. I must say, I can't abide liars. That's exactly what they wanted. What wanted. Ah! Mr. Naruto! That's 5 jury numbers leaning towards guilty. Well, your consideration for the others is refreshing, my omnipotent friend. I have a name! To the considerable troubles you've spared me. Oh, don't you think I'm done with you, God? Yes, very refreshing. Ah! Yeah! What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern madman? This carnage, it's perfect. Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruto, the ways this is going, I know. If we can't find some new ways to convince everyone Mr. Gilligan's innocent, the judge will rule, and we'll have lost. We'll have to go back to Japan. I very much wanted to believe the words of one uncle and most respected gentleman, but those of us in the service must know we must accept our truth.
Hold it!
Everyone's shocked. Yes, the witness's last statement has come to reveal that a crucial inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider that the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel! I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prolong my jurisdiction. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet the victim's body was found inside the carnage. If the petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? There's only one way to explain the victim came to be inside the carriage. Okay, so I have to say there's either another entrance or he was put in there. I don't think he was put... Okay, let's think about this logic. Wait! Wrong way, sorry. The skylight! You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. Okay, whatever. There's another entrance. There's another entrance! If the door wasn't open, even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what new fantasies he would come up with in your brittle plan panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with the door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows that can't possibly be opened. In short, there's no other entrance in the cabin other than the door. But could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes! One other way inside that side isn't the door. The other opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the locations of court. Here's the omnibus which insisted it occurred. Where on earth is the entrance which you propose the victim enter the cabin? The skylight!
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It only could have been the skylight. I say the skylight.
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost had me lost for words. However,
Objection!
the skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a share of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? I'll do it myself! Both Mr. McGilligan and Mr. Lester were on the same side, said the same in their testimony. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Yes, which would have already been explained as the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with the dagger. Yes, it has, but would the man slipping from the seat on the floor really made such a loud noise as the witnesses described? A noise loud enough for the case Miss Lodge states to let out an invulnerability cry, in fact? Good gracious! Perhaps, in fact, that it was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim did not enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible. How could you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but... Might a humble fella make a wee comment here. Mr. McGilligan. To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat there on the roof testified as for said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not such a case as I'm not saying it, but aye. 'Tis of them case of not being able to say. What? Oh God, this treasurer guy when I was being defended, when I had to defend myself. I think perhaps the two fellows should be having something of compelling reasoning, not to mention what has happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Oh my goodness, surely not. Those two chaps on the roof? You mean the one who stuck the knife and the man were... Ah! Just exactly what are you insulting here, you brother? You rotter! What you said, you rotter! What are you insinuating? Oh god, Frost isn't no fist here. Test of flaming outrage. I have good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. I'll give you a shiner in a minute. You said that, and so will I. It's a fair play. You effectively accusing me, a sissy gentleman and a well-respected banker? And me, a very angry hatter! This is just so funny when he's angry. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts, it's a disgrace, a scandal, it's I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right, I protest too. What about you, rotten scoundrel? Order! Not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanting invasion of the stand. Return to the answers room at 1. But, this is beyond reasoning, my lord. It's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know. My lord, if I may make comments. Go ahead, Lord Punchy. It was the defense's indication that this outburst was witnesses. My learned friend has seemed to abandon all protocols and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young diplomat, that your command of the English tongue is wanted. I don't know any Japanese! Fuck! Someone quick! Quick! Someone! It's like 100 bits. I'll play it myself! I'll play it myself! Shut up! Just hold your butts for 2 seconds. I need to play a sound here. Sorry about the last part there. That needed to be played. That sound alert needed to be played. You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof of the deck of the omnibus? That hypothesis can't possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the event. You have to brain these gentlemen's liars. You have admitted to their criminal guilt. In our British court of law, this is what is termed as a baseless accusation. I know I was rushed to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are you wasting time for? Get them to testify! I saw it. There was nothing fishy about that hat. The moment I laid eyes on that fellow, you have to see matters through now, one way or another. There's a fifth and red bishop amongst our midst. We must dispose of it as one. Testify! 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 made a shamble of British court. Going great. Well, what's happening, Mr. No. The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. I think we made a rebellishness in British courts. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. Faults. My lord. I think the judge is going to be like, you must testify to shut the gallery up. You will take the stand again to make another formal testimony in reference of the insufficiently brought up by the defense. Yes, my lord. I didn't come here for this. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. That's what Cosmo would want! Oh my gosh, my voice is really hurting. It's only been 2 hours. Refuting the accusation. Oh! I also burnt out my candle. So. A little bit. So, hold on. Just a second! Okay, my candle's back. We're good. I lit my candle again. We were the only 2 people on the proof that dead or alive. I swear to that. If anything happened while we were sitting, don't you think one of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. That's true. They didn't know the victim. But fair play, you did have something to do with the... You did have something to do with... You did have something to do with, You did have something to do with, the whole... The defense. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you what! We couldn't possibly have opened it! So if you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's the proof? I don't have any proof. I was hoping somebody would shed some new evidence. I must say, on listening to this testimony, it's somewhat hard to imagine. How either witness could have performed any Thank you! How either of the witnesses could have performed any nefarious acts on this open rooftop deck, without the others noticing the first witness. That's right! You see... We're innocent, I tell you! Although logically, of course, their arguments fall down to you two being in conclusion with each other. What? Eh? According to the investigations by Scotland Yard, the 2 witnesses share no common feelings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers or any of... More than I trust the stinking rich. I don't know how I feel about juror number 3. Not gonna lie, out of this cast of jurors, number 6 is my favorite. Gotta love the old woman. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. But why do I feel so uneasy? That's exactly what you should feel. Just exactly when you feel like everything's going your way, everything falls apart because the prosecution says something. Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. Now, what's the pressing? Are we able to pursue on statements from Nina and Mr. Gallagher.
Hold it!
So, at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the rooftop deck. Oh, we can! Absolutely, not Dick. No question about it! As he said, none at all! Oh, but yes, of course, I remember something seeing the boat. I saw the victim inside the closed car being talked with this man here. Is this true, Mr. Gilligan? Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and noted off inside almost immediately. That's an all-out lie, without a doubt you engaged in. Let me stop you there, fellow, and ask, do you have any evidence of that at all? At all? Ah. It's all about evidence in this court these days, so it is. You do well to remember that. Says the witnesses? The witnesses are just like, yeah, this is how court runs. I'm just like, excuse me. Ah! I saw you with my own eyes! This is going so well. I agree, Renesque. This is going absolutely fantastic. 100% 10. 10 out of 10. This is 10 out of 10 cons. This is 10 out of 10. Going in our favor. This is the best time for us. If anything had happened to where we were sitting, I don't think that any of us would have noticed.
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run when the omnibus past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. This is it, some kind of lark? Some kind of joke he said? Is that what he said? Or perhaps one of the other of you fell asleep briefly. Are you Dinkin, sir? Japanese, sir. Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'll give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And you did manage it. With your eyelids would freeze shut, or you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It's extreme, I tell you. And we had to put it up with this because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in with him when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie! I saw you through the glass! You were talking to someone! No, it was a cold night, was it? People do be symptoms that aren't really into cold. Besides the Riley. Seeing things! Oh my god, Mr. Pulse is so rough. It's so cute. I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. Yeah, you! Don't take it personally now, lad. I'm a suspect in this case. It's only fair that you and the other persons are fiends too. Opening and free competition, well, the Catalyst Society is all about. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really. In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill them.
Hold it!
So you had never met the Mr. Christ that inspired Mason before? Oh, Lumi, no! Not once, never! He never met the man before it, he said. Never! gonna lie, this kind of looks like a hat Mr. False would have made. Not gonna lie. See? And you, Mr. Faust, had no prior dealing with the victim either. That's right, sir. Hatters don't often have to do much with black brickmakers, to be perfectly honest. No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither one of us have the remotest connection. Okay. Mr. Gilligan!
Excuse me.
Mr. Gilligan? Yes, Counsel, but what can I be doing you for? Did the witness' last statement give you any pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. If that's right, now I wonder. What are you insinuating now? Mr. Fairplay. Has been too long, has it? Eh? If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe this past person is not your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me. At an unconsiderable rate of interest. You tricked me, it's extortion! Well, now, it's that touch of obligatory, is it now? Is it? This sort of obligatory might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off to another. Ah! And you, young Mr. Frost. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do making hats for a living, do you not? Not the top hat sliding off about your head in. That's one of your creations, is it? Oh, well, I just apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whenever a fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit is it? Well, it's very definite design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you, they have a distinct touch. Customers. That's spice by Mason. Ah! Never spoke of the strength of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord. This, you mean. I can't help but think that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats! It is. So it should be the brickmaker was a customer of yours. That sort of customer, wager, you could have a real quarrel over the perfectionist of the goods. Oh no, sir, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellows here had the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I'd rest my case. Maybe you should have been defending yourself, Mr. Gilligan. You little weasel. Ah! He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. Gilligan has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please don't let me allow me little interruption hold up the proceeding. Achievement! The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that? The skylight was shut the entire time. with you in a minute. That's what he said. Boss, you don't need to back him up. Take a good look for yourself. Go on. See? It's about shut now, just like it was on that night. Oh, so it is. Of course, the fellow decided to miss and could have easily break right through it. Ain't that silly at all? What? Just looking at the size of the thing to understand. Nobody hold. Now hold you there for a minute, sir. The size of the thing and it means nothing. Not its own. Consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop fighting our case, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke the window loudly. I shocked myself as it happened. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. Boss. Oh, I just meant to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But just my luck. I couldn't make it, but the stench was just terrible. Everyone was looking dagger at me, sir. I went right into the road, I did. You're expecting me to sentence here? Oh, no, sir. The point is, you should be arrested for damaging a property. The skylight can't be opened. I tried it and tried it when I was inside that cabin of shame. Gina?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! It opens. Huh? The skylight. That's what we're talking about, right? Oh, don't shoot me, please. All them skylights open, dead easy. More easy than you can load that weapon. That's a lie! I tell you otherwise, I would have broken wind when I... You can't do it from inside, you bug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck on one of them trains. I had a great fall. I mean, I had a process coming out of my ears. Miss Lestrade, that is not the form! This is not a forum to engulf on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyways, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last of the bloke's purse, it got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't lock off the bug and lug it. So what I did was use the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch of them, the skylight's on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opened from the roof deck. Bailiff! Climb up in the roof and the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claim. Ah! Oh, my hat! Is that the Hatter's turn? Is that the Hammer's oh my god. Sorry, I didn't want to look at evidence. See? Ora! So it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens from the roof deck. Mr. Nanado! This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord! So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and if there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin, so I'm sure the witness would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us.
Hold it!
True. That's right! I demand to hear it! We came here to see it! We came here to say what we saw! I tell you not for this! But you call us both shysters, brand us as criminals? You call us liars, that's what you meant. You accuse us of doing it! As it stands at the moment, there's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. Ah! If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. I wonder if these two men really were involved in the same way. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. Gilligan either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of this trial. Evidence. No one can argue against this decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence. Yes, Mr. Canado, precisely. Objection! Fuck. Wait, I just pressed the wrong statement. I just threw it on, I noticed the... Proof. Oh. My proof? Where's my proof? Wait, what? That's my proof. Exactly. Oh! Wait. That piece of blood. There's something strange about it. Whatever. Open the door. It's something I didn't notice at first. Because it was on the floor. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Von Cheek has made no mention of it. I suppose that does make it a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Okay. Oh my fucking god! How did I not notice this? Oh, because it was shut. Yes. It does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through is certainly moving out of there. God damn it, Sato! Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Look! Just here! Look at this! That's without a question. That's blood! Why would there be a blood stain here? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Okay. Now question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight to the cabin below. Those are the facts, and they're irrefutable, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. We didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. You irrefutable proof here in this courtroom? Who's the one who submitted it as evidence? The omnibus as the whole crime scene as evidence! You're the one who submitted it! Counsel. Yes, my lord! I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence you allude to? You will point out what that is. Proofs. The victim fell through the roof deck through the skylight.
Got it!
By Jupiter! Is that blood? It's blood, Your Honor! This lesson proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so that follows that Mr. Gilligan, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Well, order!
Hold it!
I probably said too many buts there, but whatever. But the blood could have possibly spread there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. Only if it was found on one particular spot of the skylight. Certainly that would be very convenient. And let's keep up on the skylight catches only one thing unfastened from the roof deck. Myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, I'm saying too many buts, but, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the giant really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why wouldn't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. Falk? Someone draws attention to it! It's all too plain, CC. There's an aftermath of this. The poor fellow dropped from the fair height from right here, so it is. What? No! But it can't be! Oh! My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clearly proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where this filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they all could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of this guilt carried being false with bold. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that the nice gentleman who gave us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing.
On three, then. Everyone? 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
A chilling performance, Mr. Gilligan. Oh, and what would you be referring to now there, L'Enfant Geek? Check. A blank stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and valid. Void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed. Where's your evidence? the yard investigation of the omnibus. The officer involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can say with absolute certainty, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But, are you suggesting, Lord Von Cheek, that the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. Well, this court has been in session. What?! What's a fabula? I must say I didn't expect such clear reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Von Cheek. But I am Megan Skilded, a fellow known for all over the capital for his fine contribution to public life. I don't take kindly to slander. I'll fight you to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. Gilligan, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in many great affairs of this dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens, that case you're involved in is investigated. You adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield the fortune that the size of Mr. Gilligan, however ill-gotten may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to quote the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut, Lord Von Cheek. This will not do. That, be sure. Will it now, Consul? No. Absolutely not. I know absolutely everything about this case. Yep. Totally didn't get here this morning, and 10 defense is like, you want to prove yourself as a lawyer, you gotta go and defend someone! I think it's fair to say that this all sounds like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. Oh, let's face it, we're all desperate here. We're all desperate here to get to the truth. The blood on the highlight didn't exist, you say? But you Cassian's back. It's not true that the omnibus has been in the courtroom this entire time. How could anyone possibly have put Mia's blood in it's without the world of me wife seeing? The world and his wife seeing. Isn't that right now, Consul? It's true. But there's a big but. I don't know if I can defend you, Mr. Gilligan. I know I'm already defending you, but I don't think I can defend you anymore. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that the court has been in session. My learned friend. If I help you prove he's guilty, can you put a good word in for Mr. Strongheart, please? I did great in this session. You would think I am a great lawyer, right? I totally deserve to be a lawyer! Here's to hearing your opinion on the matter, in your own words. Okay. There is definitely a time when somebody could have put that blood there, but do you really would put it to Tina to do such a thing? As you wish. If someone had tampered with the omnibus during the trial, if you're asking me, I think that could have been possible. As the defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel though there is something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest the defendant did as There's no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel! Yes, there is. See, my learned Nippon's friend has no intention of running from this deceit. I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently on the stand, Miss Gina Lauderson. Bang! What's going on? Careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the excuse escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the barrels of smoke and all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside of the omnibus. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you're on the reckless Golda? I'm trying to make him more, since he's angry, I feel like I gotta bring out the full Irishman of him. Freckless Golter? A Japanese. He's supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a record plot! 'Tis the record plot undermining me, so it is!
Objection!
Whatever you think this is changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as, to start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, you had the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I said, it was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lauren von Sheep, no one was able to corroborate your claim. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out here, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if the evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such a thing. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I have an idea. I have an idea. My lord? Yes, counsel? There's one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in devil names are you going out saying now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better be starting watching with me back! Silence, Gilligad! The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swaying one way and then the other. I'll have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. I do too. I don't even know what's the truth. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. What exactly is the large mark you claim to be during the part of the trial? I remembered Mr. Gilligan, Lord Von Shax, not made a mention of this.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find the signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus first was brought into the courtroom. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as a bad kit for the defense, one might say it's a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that blood stain on the floor is the decisive piece of evidence. But if the question was whether the evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least one possibility that the evidence is fake. Yeah! This trial is over. Mr. Gilligan, I've done everything I possibly to corroborate with the court, but it's all over now. But you're the defendant! It's over, I tell ye! Memory, recollection. What people think they saw, it's all nonsense. Facts are no accounts. The fact is that the bloodstain is there now. Well, and over the course of desperate trials, long and extreme drawness, as it has been, it's all good for nothing. Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I scandalous though I am, though I sought to be better of Lord Von Sheep. Well, my lord! I must concur with the defendant. The uninfluenced recollections of the individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and the absence of any credible method of which to prove the alleged previous in extension. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Von Sheep, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possibility of venture in this matter, I shall proceed with my adjudication. As for formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense at first. What formality? As things stand in the moment, it would seem that Mr. Gilligan will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is that really alright for the trial to come to an end now, with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. The defense has no further evidence or witnesses to present. Yes, my lord. The defense believes the defendant could be guilty. I don't want to say that I've won I've won this case. There's too many unanswered questions. This is a really hard decision for me to make. It's not like the whole farewell my turnabout thing where I was just like, Ingarde is guilty. Guilty as charged. This is a hard one to make for me. The defense believes the defendant I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. Gilligan. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence that proves the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence that proves that he is innocent. Good. Good gracious me! Well, order! This is unprecedented behavioral counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question? Are you of sound mind? No, I've only been studying law for like 40 days. Oh, 'twas a great decision to appoint you as my lawyer. 'Twas a grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have the story of troubles. Ah! Your job here is done, fella. Some of the fine work you have done here, so yeah. What do you mean? This was the right honorable gentleman, so it's gradually put before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality. Is that how Irish speak? I don't think that's how Irish laugh, but I really don't know what to make of all of this. What evidence we've seen is genuine, or was it fake? Hardship is human, and then the self-belief rubbish should be disposed properly, as I say. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You have that magmark words! Now the proceedings have unfolded this way. I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the blood stain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if those witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth! Lord Von Cheeks, my lord, the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful preparation of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Von Cheek ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution can't defend responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair. The capability of the defendant has not been a present of time but established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to pre-offer judgment. What?! Well, Lord Von Cheek, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. It was a very shoddy defense. Do you mean to tell me this has been all great and grand waste of time? This was my test! This was my test to be a lawyer! This was the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. I think I'm starting to understand what Cosmo was after. ill. Good grief, you have more to say to me, have ya? Have ye? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. You better watch your back, Mr. Gilligan! I won't be suspending you again! Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Megan Gilligan, not guilty. I don't deserve that confetti. Or those fireworks! I don't deserve this shit! I can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. The courtroom in Penrith for the second time that day. The judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial between Great Britain came to a abrupt end. With the defendant being found not guilty, obstinately a victory for us. That was certainly a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial in a foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. Excuse me, bitch, on the first victory thing? It was my first victory in a foreign country, but that's not my first time in court. My heartfelt congratulations. Don't give me that pity, Sato. And to you, Miss Sato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who actually was responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict on that exemplary defense. You carried out your duty to perfection. Hey, you did that. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Mr. Gilligan. That girl was him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks that they'd be letting off with the verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen it somehow. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. But I don't deserve those. I didn't deserve the not guilty verdict. I needed more time. I hear it was the sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And you to think that I do think so to suppose, but having an opportunity for seeing it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. I wonder you're saying, fella. How did I walk out of here a free man then? You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be a free man. You could be guilty. I don't think it was that much. I don't think it was much to think as to me as down to your planning. Hey, you straight talking fella, we. I must say, you had me astray there once or twice. But yeah, you guys young and headstrong. Ha ha ha! 'Tis the water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. Gilligan. Having your name cleared. Nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh. They all seen that I didn't do it for obvious and indeed. This grant's not. I suppose it is. Now it's the fine federal Scotland Yard to take matters into their hands and sort out any details. They see this for what it is, but I'll get to the truth. We should be found ours. I absolutely have faith in them, so I have. So after all, I do believe providing a good number of their wages to sell the tax sides of the place. Ha 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 ha! Mr. Gallagher, I think you're up there for the list of characters I hate in this franchise. You're up there with Martin, Matt, and Garde. Not that funny. So then, let us disagree beforehand. One sounded Guinean for your trouble, fella. Oh, no. I possibly couldn't accept that much. Oh, what a waste. You're a humble people, you from the east. Well, if you insist. But have this, still in all, you deserve a reward. Don't. Mr. McGallagher. Everything is ready, sir. If you would like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? It's sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not an inconvenience, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. This time for an inspection. Sorry? What inspection? Just going to examine the omnibus again. So I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. So they're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I have no obligation to take part of any more of this now. But as a same member of the society, I do my best to help you whenever I can. This is a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, farewell, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Hope I never have to do it again. I hope that you have a well of time with you studying here in Scribbleton. How the hell did you know that? Oh, did we tell him? And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Ah! Ah! Don't move! I'm sorry. I'm just a defense attorney that's trying to figure out what the fuck he's trying to do. Firstly, I want to say, get a move on. She really does take me forever to load this thing. Miss Letterson, would you mind putting that thing down? You're grown up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. Ah! There you are! Who is this? Naughty, running off like that. Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? And taking that with you as well. Looking forward to the trial running my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ha! Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Grr! Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm the inventor, I suppose. How's that machine? The inventor? Well, normally smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? Why more white? If you have to be shrouded in smoke, at least it could be a pretty color, I thought myself. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Lucky I fitted it with the technological beacon. What's that? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Anyways, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you're done with something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adult. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. Good. Just you. I knew you wanted to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that's what not what. I'm fairly sure that's not what you want. That's a gun of yours. Can you at least tell me who you are? Well, we'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye! I'm sorry for all the fuss. Who? She was a lively one. That's for sure. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right. But where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner than we arrived in London. Then we had to rush here. All of our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend the day in search of lodging, but all this late hour of the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I'll have a plan. If worst comes to worst, I've learned of lovely parks that we can spend the night. Please tell me you're not going to think I'm missing Vicar Gilligan Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our usefulness will see us through. See, easy for you to say you're 16! I'm not sure about that. I think a midwinter London night would be freezing a young person's solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that does sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. Gilligan down. 1,000 Guinness would have been paid for a lovely warm room or a mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness of studying the tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there was more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Valley had warned, the case was far from over. I figured.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there. Oh.
Your Honor! I mean, my lord!
This can't be.
Oh my god, he's so hot. As you can tell, I really like. Yeah, we're saving it here. So, hold on, let me get to the title screen. Yeah. That's where we're gonna end it for today. I know this is a bit of a shorter chapter, but you know, I told you guys the plan was just to finish episode 3. I am not in the mood to start anything more. My voice is already killing me as is already, and plus I have things I have things I need to get done, so I need to just end it here and and do stuff here. So as you can tell, we had no. Things were very interesting. Things are truly, truly interesting. But I think some pieces are coming together. That's for sure. I think that I said that was like, I hope that is the last we see of Mr. Miguel. But I don't think it is. But my god is Van der Fishine hot. He is so hot. Like, goddamn. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. He may replace favorite character. He may replace Godo as favorite character. I don't know. He's hot. And he's cool. But, you know, I think at this time it's just, someone to raid. I'm not sure if there is anyone to raid right now because I am ending much earlier than I used to. I'm used to, so. By the looks of it, I don't have anyone I can raid right now. But there might be something I can do. Shoot. Yeah, I think I don't have anyone to raid. I'm sorry, guys. That's just where we're gonna have to end it today. So I hope you guys all enjoyed today. I'm gonna go and, you know, make today's thumbnail. You know, well, when I post it tomorrow, probably the whole thing. But you know, I hope you guys all enjoyed today. I had some fun. And just make sure that when I stream again, you are reminded I do have sound alerts. You can play them if you want. Whenever. That's the beauty of sound alerts. You can play them whenever. So, but until then, I don't have an outro. I'm sorry. Bye.